Peace and love, y'all. How are you? All right, my cronies. Are we ready to hop into these new moon messages? Because I am. All right, the new moon is coming up very quickly. All right, the birds are tweeting. All right, confirmation. Whenever you get here, you're supposed to be here. There's some sort of message in regards to what the new moon is shifting and energy for you. All right. I did post a live stream, I think about a day or so ago for you guys. It was a crow call. So if you haven't checked that out, go ahead and check that out. There is a crow call message there for you guys, especially if you guys been doing healing work or trying to refocus or re-navigate yourself into your healing journey again. Maybe some of you guys may have went off course, or you may need to get back on it again. It's time to do that. All right. So I already sprayed everything. Let's go ahead and move these things to the side. Let's get some ancestor messages first, and then we'll go ahead and, oh yeah, I knew I had an announcement. Okay. I do have an announcement real quick. So for my book, you guys can only have access to the digital copy from now on. I'm having issues with the publishing, whatever. I'll figure out what I'm going to do in regards to the physical copies. But for right now, you guys can actually get the digital copy on a super deal. Okay. Go to Amazon. And you guys can either do it through, I think it's called Kindle or something like that, or I think KDP Select or something like that. And you guys can actually a deal if you get the subscription. I think you can get the book for like $5 or $6. And if you just want to not have the subscription, then that's perfectly fine. You guys can go ahead and get the book for $9.99. Okay. You guys also can sample, I believe, the first chapter for free on Amazon. So if you kind of are wishy-washy about it and you just kind of want to read into it and see if it's your vibe, then you guys can do that too. So go ahead and check out Spiritual Lessons in Love by Nika Star Rodriguez. Thank you for supporting me. All right, let's see. All right. What do we got here for you? And of course, go ahead and check out my other YouTube channel for my OGs. My first original YouTube channel called Nika Star Psychic 444. I have more content over there as well. Okay, so let's get into this. Some ancestor messages. What do they need to know? I don't know why it keeps coming up. I feel like somebody's like really feeling attacked energetically or spiritually, but they're saying like, listen, like you're good, like you're protected. And even about like whatever was being sent your direction, whatever energy, because sometimes it's not even spell work, y'all. Like we got to know the difference between spell work and just like bad vibes. You know, like when somebody just have bad vibes, like you just have, I mean, I'm sorry to say it, but like you have filthy energy, you have negative energy, you're so like ugh, like that's really like you decide to live your life in a low frequency, or your life pessimism. It's really not. Don't give your power away to certain people and certain energies, you know. You sitting here thinking like, oh man, you know, I'm really thinking like, I don't know if you guys crossed like some sort of reading or something like that, or this is just you thinking. So again, whatever challenge, whatever obstacle, whatever hindrance, like stopping, stalling, blocking your new beginnings, your new ideas, your new projects, or whatever it is for you, okay? It's now going to bounce back to them, whoever they are, whatever those energies are. It doesn't matter if it's a group, it doesn't matter if it's one person, it doesn't matter if it's close people, it doesn't matter if it's strangers, it's going to bounce back, period. And so you're protected, boo. All right. Don't worry about anything affecting you like that. However, I would say, like, I stress spiritual health maintenance. Spiritual health maintenance is also, it's not just like cleansing and protection and constantly getting to a spiritual bath, but it's also like taking care of your mental health. If somebody is not for you in regards to your mental health, if somebody triggers you emotionally over and over and over again, if someone crosses boundaries, even though you said no, don't stop, and they keep doing it over and over and over again, eventually what's going to happen is, if you don't do anything about it, your ancestors are going to step in. Your spiritual team is going to step in. The Most High is going to step in. There's going to be an energy that disrupts the negativity in the first place. Okay, because it's not supposed to go on for that long. You get what I'm saying? All right. And I don't know, like, I just went on a whole tangent and it was just two cards. Like, but you get what I'm saying? Like, you gotta know what I'm talking about. So whatever you've been dealing with, my love, don't let it take your power away. Okay. We have Reiki. Okay. Reiki energy has been coming up a lot for you guys. So some of you guys definitely in the community of the curlies, you really do like energy work. Some of you guys might not know or identify with Reiki. Reiki is just energetic work. You can work with energy by doing breath work, fire breath breathing, yogas, yoga positions for certain chakra centers, to activate certain chakra centers. You can also do crystal healing. Crystal healing is good too. You can infuse crystals with Reiki. I've had certain clients where I would go ahead and do Reiki healing sessions with them, and maybe they will be wearing certain crystal jewelry and stuff like that. And as I am delivering Reiki through myself to them, they also charge their crystals and stuff like that. And so even though, like, after the Reiki session, they'll be able to kind of have like a walking charm with them with their crystals, because their crystals are loaded with the Reiki as well. So that's also something that can definitely help you guys in regards to any type of connection. I mean, I am seeing it in regards to energy healing in a soulmate connection, but if there's a specific type of connection that you want to heal or you need to heal, this is the best time to do it. Okay. All right. So I am seeing the energy of like, so it may not have been spell work per se, but I am seeing someone could have been sending a psychic attack to a soulmate connection. Okay. So to a connection that could have been hindering, delaying, or creating chaotic energies in a connection that has something to do with you and a particular soulmate or someone that you have a soul tie with. And that particular psychic attack, and remember, like, psychic attack is like the psyche, your third eye, your mind. So again, that's probably why I was mentioning the mental health thing. The energies were disguised as spirits, but they are not spirits. Okay. The energies were actually like implants, energetic implants, energetic cords, energetic hooks, okay, that can actually be removed. So I am seeing possibly the third eye crown chakra section that may need deep healing work, as well as the heart chakra, because any type of connection work would affect the root and the heart chakra. The root for relationships, safety, security, structure, vulnerability, and then the heart center for emotions. So that's like, emotional regulation, receiving and extending your emotional love. Okay. So yeah, they could have been definitely sending that type of energy. But like what I'm saying is, like, right now, if you continue to heal from that, it's like they're saying this is the energy of like, okay, from now moving forward, it is going to bounce, it's going to block and bounce it back. So it's not going to affect you anymore, but you do need to do the maintenance to recover from whatever hit you did take in your chakra centers, in your energetic field. It is time for you to recuperate from the battle, from the psychic battle, from the spiritual attack is what I'm seeing. Okay. Angel number 1111, confirmation. It's time to master this energy. And for those of you that, you are already Reiki practitioners and stuff like that, go ahead and, start working on yourself. make sure that, you start working on your energetic shield. You start, making sure that your space, your crystals and stuff like that are all cleansed and stuff like that. I feel like you're about to start getting some new clients, some new soul connections that need to be healed. And for those of you that are not Reiki practitioners or Reiki masters, but you do know a Reiki practitioner or Reiki master, you've been researching a Reiki practitioner or Reiki master that you would like to look into and how their services work and stuff like that, then go ahead and book that service. Okay, that's the confirmation. And I told you guys, I'm not here to persuade or anything like that. I'm here to give you the confirmation that you need of what you already been thinking. Okay, that's all I'm here for. Okay, we have stable change for you guys. Oh, look, 1212. All right, stable change. I know it's hard. I need a marker so that way. There you go. Stable change. Boom. And some of these I wrote them with a pen, so it's okay. All right, let's see. Third-party coworkers. All right. So some of you guys may need to make sure you are protecting your energy in regards to the people that you work around. Okay. When I get third-party workers or coworkers, this could be in your work environment, your work field. Okay, just depending on like who you work for. If you work for yourself, if you work for others, if you work for others, then it's definitely the company that you work for. And if, let's say, you work for yourself, then it is the career field in which you are in, and whoever works that same type of job. There is something here in regards to healing certain types of relationships with those type of people, but also protecting yourself from those types of energies as well, because not everybody has the best intention for you, right? Let's see. Anything else? I do feel like there's somebody that is sexually attracted to you. And I'm not sure if they are aware. That's so funny to say that out loud, right? I'm not sure if they're aware of what they're doing. But I feel like this sexual sacrum energy is trying to tie itself to your energy, okay? And I'm not sure if this person is aware of that. But there could be like some sort of tie there that's happening in the third-party coworker department, okay? Because somebody's like looking at your, I don't know if it's your content, your images, images of you, all right, videos of you, something like that, where they can see you and they think certain thoughts, okay? Here's your confirmation, there we go. The magic backfired, boom. It's okay, it's over. It's over. All right, you really need to see the full picture here. All right, and then I got a confirmation by a phone call, okay? A phone call's coming. Hold on, y'all. Not yet. Not yet. So again, you may have petitioned for something. You may have prayed for something. Angel number 1616. All right. It is now, the ball's rolling. It is now coming into alignment. So now I'm seeing like trains. Okay. So you know how trains, like they switch lanes, right? The ball is rolling. The ball is the train of your whatever you petitioned for, whatever your manifestation is, whatever's in your vision board, whatever you've been really working hard to obtain, okay? For some of you guys, it's financial. For some of you guys, it's wealth. For some of you guys, it's spiritual health. For some of you guys, it's a business, right? Whatever it is, I'm seeing right now, you are shifting lanes, okay? Shifting tracks to get to the right track, to be in the right energy, to be around the right people, to have the right momentum, to be able to be on track. And so I'm seeing the ball is rolling right now. The train is going, it's switching tracks. So that way you can definitely obtain this particular manifestation that some of you guys have charged under the moon cycle. Some of you guys have written in detail about it. And now within this new moon cycle, it's going to start manifesting physically. Now, am I saying the full thing, the full shebang is going to be there present? No, it is surfacing now. You're seeing signs of it right now. And it's going to take about a year or two to come to its full completion of the details in which you wrote about, in the details of what you prayed about, in the details of what you were manifesting, right? So that's what I'm seeing here. Okay, so let's go ahead and get some more details for you guys. What's going on here? Some of you guys may need a personal reading, because remember this, like Curly's, I am reading for the collective, right? And so even though like I can give you, like a lot of you guys are like, you know, all of these readings are accurate, stuff like that, and I get it, but I can't get to your specific energy individually to give you your specific individual messages if you don't get your own reading, right? So I'm not saying go come to me, but like you definitely need your own personal reading when necessary, okay? All right, let's see what's going on here. What do they need to know? Any additional messages for the new moon that's coming in? New moon, this new moon that's coming in. All right, we have the Four of Cups. Ooh, that fell right on top of the magic backfired. Someone's going to be very disappointed. And again, some of you guys, like I said, it might not have been spell work. It might just have been energy. And so the energy that was casted towards you, in essence, is someone's magic. You know what I'm saying? When someone says certain things, it comes to fruition. That is their magic. So their mouth could be their magic. Their emotional intention could be their magic. Their ideas, their perspective, their opinions, their judgment can be magic. You get what I'm saying? It doesn't always have to be like someone going to the altar and doing some voodoo or hoodoo or stick you in a jar or anything like that. Sometimes it's just the intention behind how people operate and why they do the things that they do. And someone can be very disappointed, Ten of Swords, and they have no idea that this is coming, the moon. All right, that's it. Ten of Swords is like rock bottom. Enough is enough. That's it. Like, it's not happening anymore. And someone's going to be crying about this, okay? If they were blocking your intuition and your third eye, or there was things like you know what? Now that I'm thinking about that, for the past like maybe I want to say like 3 days or something like that, and I know, like, for my girlies, you guys know what I'm talking about, but like I don't wear eyelash extensions, okay? So my eyelashes are natural. So I've been having like I think it was my left eye the most, which actually is like goes to like evil eye. But anyway, so I was like pulling out like eyelashes, like you know how they get stuck in your eye and stuff like that. Like, so I'm pulling out my eyelashes. I'm like, yo, how many eyelashes do I have to pull out? I'm like, you know, I have but so many. And I pulled out like, I swear, like 15 eyelashes, and my eyelashes still look full. You get what I'm saying? So there's something about like not being able to see because because of the evil eye. So the evil eye was clouding your intuition or something like that, in regards to how you were seeing someone or seeing something or observing something or channeling something or detecting something, okay? But now they're going to have that problem because I'm seeing like them. Look, just like take a look at this for a second. Everybody strengthen your intuition. Just look at this card for a second. You know, for those of you watching the replay, you know, you can just watch it for a second. You can, you know, pause. Look at the details of this card and intuitively. Don't even care about what the Four of Cups actually means, okay? What do you feel? What does that look like? Right? Intuitively, you already know what they're about to go through. Everything that you said in your mind, that's exactly what they're going to go through. Boom. The Magician. Because they were trying to utilize some sort of energy against you, right? So the Magician can be, you know, the person that is the one with all the tricks and the one that can do all the things that, they could pull things out of thin air, right? But then the magician can also be the person that is being sneaky, the person that is doing like tricks, right? Just for kicks, right? Just to have, again, somebody looking and be like, wow, how did they do that, right? But in this sense, it's like they're going to be asking, wow, how did they allow this energy that I was trying to strategize against them? How did it hit me, right? So yeah, especially if it was like psychological or emotional. It's like a psychological or emotional backfire, okay? And for some, also energetic as well. All right, we have the strength card. So I do feel like they're going to be strongly disappointed, especially if they were in their ego, thinking that they were going to go ahead and not get hurt and bitten. I'm hearing the lion's den. They stepped into the lion's den and they stuck their hand inside the lion's mouth, and they thought that they can sit there and play with the lion, okay? And so I feel like your ancestors are dealing with this. Your spiritual team are dealing with this. The Nine of Cups here, yeah. So if you guys have been doing, again, heavy protection work, purification work, cleansing work, and things of that nature, okay, like I have recommended for you guys to do, I do feel like that is now strongly affecting your energy, so that if anybody tries to test you or put you in a vulnerable position, they are going to get put in a vulnerable position, okay? The Moon card. And again, this is mystery, unknown. So show not tell. This is like show not tell. They're going to show you how things are going to be blocked for you, bounce back. And when I say blocked, I don't mean like blockages in your life. I'm saying like blockages for, I'm saying like roadblocks, right? You know how there's roadblocks ahead because they're working on that department, or they're working on that aisle, or they're working on that side of the road or whatever. And if you go on that side of the road, like it'll be hectic for everybody, right? So it's like that, switching tracks. Here, we're going to scoot you over because we handling this, and you can't be in that location. You can't be with those people, because if not, shit will hit the fan. All right. So pay attention to that. Heed that warning. That is a warning. All right. And also, there's no need for you to be trying to go behind the scenes and trying to get a reading on the karma and the stuff like that, because in essence, all the cleansing and the protection work that you're doing, you're then tapping back into that energy. And so therefore the energy cords start to regrow, or the energy hooks start to regrow and stuff like that. And then it starts to resurface in your energy. It starts showing up in your energy, and you don't want that, okay? All right, I'm seeing this eclipse energy as well. So it's like there's a reason why you're not going to see something. And there's also a reason why they're not going to see you. They're not going to link up with you. They're not going to be able to, for a reason. Five of Swords, because someone is doing something. Someone was doing something to. Okay, so they're saying someone was doing things, or these energies. Okay, the energies were doing things unbeknown to you. There are still things that you still don't know about that you're actually being protected from. There's something here in regards to conflicts that still haven't been resolved that you thought were resolved. Okay, there are situations here in regards to certain people that feel, I'm hearing the audacity, wow, that feel that they can just come back at any time, doormat energy, and just like, I'm hearing in the middle of the night. All right, it's really weird. Like, I don't know, like this, like there's people that have hurt you unbeknown to you, okay, that have disrespected you when your back was turned and things of that nature. We have the Three of Cups here, clarifying, could be social groups, could be friend groups, could be social media, could be mutual connections, something of that nature. But like you have some sort of connection with these particular type of people that may have been spiteful in regards to the achievements or the accomplishments that you have made thus far in your life. And this is where the angst, the anxiety, the doubts, the weird mental energy that you've been sensing, sometimes the sleepless nights, you can feel like you can feel this evil eye attacking you. Okay, and no matter how much rest you get, it's still impacting your energy. It's very heavy. And so have to definitely cleansing and protection in regards to the evil eye in particular. All right. And so protecting yourself from the evil eye also means there's certain things that you should not share before it has progressed, or has been processed, or it is in the energy of shifting from being worked on to being complete. Okay. Also, if it's a brand new idea, unless you're talking to some, your spiritual team is saying, be careful what you're vulnerable with. Whoever you used to be vulnerable with, they no longer want you to be vulnerable with. They're going to disconnect you from that person. All right. Angel number 3030, which equates to 33, which is another master number in regards to your social interactions, your social circle, the people that you interact or befriend with, what I'm saying, like associates and friends and partnerships and things of that nature, as well as in 33 goes back down to 6, which is the energy exchange, the balance, reciprocity. And so again, things are being bounced back. Karma is coming in. All right, your intuition is going to be restored as well. Anything else in regards to this energy? Yeah, 6 of Wands. You're going to get back on your high horse again. You're good. You have the Hierophant here. Just get back on your spiritual practices, all right? Because I think that's what was affecting it the most. Your spiritual beliefs, your spiritual practices, issues about, like, I'm seeing like institutions and stuff like that, like any institutional issues that could have caused conflict and things of that nature could also have been affected. All right. But you're in the 6 of Wands, which means that you've surpassed the 5 of Wands energy. You're past that. You're past the chaos. You're past the issues. You're past the drama. You're past the petty banter and playful energy that then turns into, hurtful things. You get what I'm saying? You're past that. You surpassed it. You went through 3 major different shifts and changes from what I'm seeing here that have strengthened you, and how you see yourself and how others see you, and has strengthened your mind, your subconscious mind, and has even strengthened your own spiritual beliefs. All right. Anything else here in regards to the new moon and what it's coming in with for them? We have fortune and fate, my love. So again, whatever this energy was trying to make you feel disappointed, have this energy be rejected from you, whatever karmic cycle you were in a loop for, I believe it was like about 4 to 5 months, you were experiencing some type of disappointment. When I say rejection can come in the form of like no, or not yet, or that's not going to happen, or we're still waiting, something like that, right? Something that was like kind of stuck in the wheel of fortune, right? Something wasn't moving swiftly, divinely how it was supposed to. That was a divine intervention, in fact. Okay, that's what they're saying. And this is now a divine detour because, like I said, the train tracks, they're switching for you. So because and one track is being worked on because that's where the energies are that were affecting you. Um, I'm really trying to get out of the habit of saying them, those people, that person, because at this point um in my type of frequency where I see things, I now understand that it is beyond just people. It is the energies that manipulate people, okay, that affect everybody. It not only affects themselves, it affects everybody around them. And in theory, it also affects you because you're around them, right? Or you want to be around them, or they want to be around you, right? And so that's why I say energies, right? Instead of going through that fear mongering sensation of saying, oh, the spirits, oh, the entities, oh, the, spiritual type. I don't really want to focus on that. All right. Angel number 34, which equates to 77. I want you in a higher vibration spiritually. Okay. I don't want to challenge you for you to be fearful of your next move or how to operate with these energies. I want to empower you. Okay. And by empowering you, I have to tell you the details so that way you would understand. Because sometimes when you go through things, you start feeling like, I just don't get it. I don't know why that person would do that. I don't know why those people would say those things. I don't know why people are always out to get me, or why, all this defamation of character, all this evil eye, all this and blah, 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 right? And I completely get it, right? But then once you get to this, like, once you get through so many spiritual ascensions and so many spiritual awakenings, that you start realizing, like, it is not the person, but it is the energy that the person has experienced, and is the energy that the person is still holding on to, and is the energy that they do not want to, that they're so complacent in, and that they're so used to, that they don't feel comfortable getting out of that energy. You have already surpassed all that 3 times over. You've already mastered all of that. So what your spiritual team is saying, we are going to change lanes for you. You're on this track where these people, they don't want to change. They don't want to change. They don't want to identify the energies that are keeping them complacent and keeping them staying stuck in the same dramas and the same karmic cycle loop. But you have already mastered all of those karmic cycle loops. Do you understand? Okay, confirmation. Let's bring it up. You've already surpassed that. And since you've already surpassed that, we need to move you, because you're not understanding that you can't save them. You can't save them, boo. It is not your responsibility. We love you so much. You need to respond for yourself. Respond for yourself. You can't respond for them and their actions and what they're doing to you, right? You need to get out of the way so they can get their ass whoopings. Okay. All right. That see, there's going to be some people that strongly want to reconsider reuniting with you and getting back into your good graces. But you are switching lanes. You are going to a different destination. Your train stop is not the same destination as theirs. And so they have to stay in the same lane that they wanted. The springtime is here. Strong springtime energy. Oh my God, I can't wait for the spring, y'all. Yes. All right. So you guys have planted seeds in regards to your prayers, in regards to your desires, okay? Because sometimes it's not even a manifestation. Sometimes it's like something that you truly want in your heart. Like I can't wait for this to happen in my life, okay? That sensation. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. Seeds were planted. Your plans are coming in, all right? Preparation, strong preparation for your energy, for your healing. This is the time for you to put in the work from spring to summer. All right. From spring to Leo season and Cancer season. It's time. What else? This new moon energy. And as I'm ringing the bell, I am activating you to shift tracks. Okay. You have Jupiter energy. There are things that are going to be expanding in your mind. You're going to start thinking bigger. Maybe you were thinking small because these people were thinking small. These people were just like, oh, Today I'm just gonna think about what I'm gonna eat today. It's just for today, like I'm grinding for today. No, you're grinding for next generation, period. You understand? You're building generational wealth. You're not thinking about just today. You're thinking about 2 weeks from now. You're thinking about 2 years from now. You're thinking about 20 years from now. All right. You're thinking about your great great grandkids. All right. This is what you're pursuing. And your subconscious mind is reprogramming at this time. You have fortune energy, double fortunate energy. All right. So whatever they try to hinder is now going to double up on you. It's gonna double up on you. All right. We have illusion with that Five of Swords energy. That's what you were not seeing clearly. You were not seeing clearly on who was talking crap behind you, behind the scenes. Defamation of character was affecting you through evil eye. And we're removing that at this time, okay? You were escaping, trying to escape from these types of energies, all right? And how do you escape? Your spiritual team has set out an escape plan by rerouting you and switching lanes, all right? Some of these people wanted you to stay in conflict with addiction, with fantasy land things, bullshit, hearsay, just lying to your face, playing in your face, all right? Wanted you to stay stuck. Addiction is not just drugs, y'all. Addiction is the need for something in your life, whatever it is, whether it's a person, something tangible, something that will satiate you in some sort of way, okay? The need to use it as if it was another leg, another arm, like you can't live without it. And that is bullshit. We're freeing you from that energy right now. That was confusion. You don't need these energies. These energies need you. Why? Because they be looking for you, right? They're looking for you. You've been gone. You've been missing. You dipped out. You in your house? Why you come outside? Come outside. All right. Feminine energy in the reverse. They were taking your Empress energy. They were taking that things will happen when they happen because they're supposed to. And then you started feeling, oh, it's not happening because it's not supposed to happen. That's the confusion. That's bullshit. Get back in your energy. Get back in your energy. Those associates, those third-party connections. What? Was a third-party co-workers there? All right. Operating out of wounded insecurity, but you have already mastered those insecurities. How you sitting there scratching your head like, but didn't I heal that already? So why is that triggering me again? I just don't understand. Like, why is this is resurfacing for me? I thought I already dealt with this. Angel number 4141, which equates to 55. The struggle is over, equates to 10. You're in this new age. All right. They didn't want you to nurture yourself any longer. They wanted you to nurture the toxic energies around you, socially, environmentally, energetically, okay? They wanted you in your victim mentality. But you sat there and be like, well, didn't I heal that already? They're trying to re-put you in that energy. They're trying to take you back off of that seat. Okay, I told you guys, go ahead and check out the last the crow call that I had said literally about 2 days ago or something like that. I think either it was yesterday or the day before. I did a crow call and I said, I'm trying to put you back in this chair. I got to put you back in this chair because you're looking at the chair like it's not your chair. Somebody had put you in this position of energy and making you fucking sit there and second guess yourself in this self-imposter syndrome. You better know who the fuck you are. Fuck all them bitches. All them energies. You're in the Six of Wands energy right now. Pluto, you don't even fucking know it. You don't even realize that as you are getting put, you're switching lanes. All right, in this new moon energy, whenever you're watching this is when it starts to develop in your energy, okay? There's certain things that are going to just stop and end. When we talk about death, you have to sit there and think about the transformation that comes with death, right? Let's put it in the lens of vegetation, There we go. Because I don't want to get that dark today. in vegetation, you got to sit there and think about, let's say, a banana. All right, let's go for a banana. All right, you have the banana, you grow the banana, right? Turns into the banana tree. You pick the bananas go to wherever it needs to go to, right? Eventually, the banana is green, then it turns yellow, then it starts turning black. What is this energy? It is called transformation. It is transitioning. All right, it goes from seed to something really good and nourishing to eat and consume, right? But then after the banana starts to turn black, it starts to rot, right? And then can be repurposed, right? How can this same rotting banana be repurposed? Well, if you catch it in the right time, and if you grab the right ingredients and you blend it completely before it rots all together, and you infuse it in water, it then becomes fertilization for the other plants that you're going to grow. Fertilization. You are fertilizer. You make shit grow. You make shit pop. You turn things into fucking gold. And you sitting here thinking, oh, I'm not supposed to have this experience. No, because you sit around these types of energies and they start siphoning and sucking and taking and taking and taking. And you're like, well, it's all my money. Where's all my energy? What's going on? Why are my plans flopping? And as these energies that keep taking and taking and taking, you are switching lanes so that your spiritual team can deal with those energies so they can get their bounce back. All right. And that bounce back is going to be, we going to whoop your ass. You're going to get your karma. Everything that you suffered, they going to suffer. All those challenges that you had, they going to have. All those blockages that you had, they going to have. You're going to have a new beginning. Your problem now is going to be starting new. Your problem now is going to be focusing on that new idea, focusing on that new project. And in reality, is that really a problem? No, because that's what the fuck you wanted to do in the first place. You get what I'm saying? So right now, in essence, just let go. Just let go. Don't think about twice why somebody not showing up, why somebody not calling, why you don't feel the need to call or connect with somebody. Don't even think about that. They're putting you back into your power energy. All right. They're sending you kisses. We love you. Your spiritual team, they love you. This is right under your religion, your spiritual practices. They're sending you love, unconditional love. We love you. And this is why we're doing this for you. We rocking out with you right now. All right. The magician, come on. You wanted your power back? We're giving it back to you. So that means that once you get your power back, once you start feeling these manifestations start coming in, once you start feeling in control, because the magician has all the tools in the table, has all the power to create whatever they want, all right? Then you have to continue. You have to start creating. You have to continue to manifest. You have to continue to of control, okay? Not controlling other people, but controlling what you want to create. All right, look at that. Two of Swords in the reverse. I love seeing that. That means that wherever you were indecisive or avoidant, you are now going to start making decisions. All right, that's clarifying that fate energy, that wheel of fortune energy. That karmic cycle of indecision is over. That whole picking of the lesser of two evils, but this is a shitty thing. This is a shitty thing, but I got to pick one anyway. Yeah, no, that shit's over. Angel number 4747. All right. 1111. Come on now. All right. That whole thing is like, there's no right choice, so I don't want to make a choice anyway. Nope, that shit's done. That whole thing of confusion and worry, all of that, feeling, energetically and mentally exhausted because there's so much shit that's happening at the same time and you're so disappointed. Yeah, all that's done. Switching lanes, switching gears with that wheel of fortune. Tell us more. Tell us more. Check your Jupiter. Check your Jupiter, your rising, your sun sign, and your Pluto sign for more details in regards to this energetic shift for the new moon, okay? Justice, Justice is yours. It's coming in the springtime. So that would be, if I can get the calculator out. It's a calculator, the calendar out. Hold on, y'all. What the heck? Where'd you guys go? Are you guys still there? I don't know what the heck just happened to my screen, y'all. Hold on, I'm gonna tell y'all anyway. Let me grab my phone. Because that would be around 3 weeks from now. Yep. 3 weeks from now. All right, let's see. Oh, you know what I'm also seeing? There's gonna be a choice that you make. I'm not exactly sure what this is, but you're about to make a decision. I don't know if it's like, maybe it's between this spring and Libra season, or this spring and Leo season, okay? And it's going to take a long form of effect. I'm seeing some sort of relief in income. Yeah. But there's also the need of like, there's certain things that you should do that should be like exposed to others. Like, so something should be in the public eye, and then something should be behind the scenes, okay? So there's a decision that you're making that's going to help, all right? They're probably being vague because I am reading for the collective right now, so. You know, we have the death card here. So double death card energy, so double transformation. Two things could be coming to a close, so that way there could be more growth. That gives, because if we're going to keep going with like the plant theory, think about like when you try to make sure the flowers of a plant grow, you have to cut away the dying flowers, so that way you can sprout new flowers, okay? So there's this energy of like whatever dead weight is in your energy or in your plans, or just, again, energies that are dead weight for you, they're going to start falling off, or they're about to start getting pruned off, being taken off, and then you're being redirected into another energy. So that's you're getting repotted. You're getting placed in a different location, in a different environment. You're being redirected, okay, for change to happen. So this cycle can completely come to an end by Cancer season. Okay. Anything else here? We have the 10 of Wands, where that's happening behind the scenes, all right? And they're saying back in that Empress energy, because that's the power. Do I want to, hold on. I think I want to do another spread. I think I'm going to do another spread. I swear, I feel like I lost. No, I got y'all. Okay, I was like, I feel like I lost y'all for a second. All right, cool. I'm going to do one more spread, okay, because there is an additional message here, and I think it has something to do with it. So give me a second. They said something about money earlier, so let's do that real quick. All right. What is that additional message that they need to know? Oh, and for those of you that want to know zodiac signs for whatever reason, I saw Libra, Scorpio, Taurus, double Libra energy, Cancer, Leo, Taurus. Anything else? Yeah, I think that might be it. All right. And I feel like that those were the energies that were affecting you. Okay. Anything that they need to know at this time. Business startup. Open all accounts. Start up that business. Engine number 5545. Consecutive checks and deposits. So whatever was delayed, again, I told you that that's doubling up. It's doubling up now. Ooh, purchasing land. Purchasing acres. All right. So some of you guys could be like wanting to do real estate or something like that, or starting a business in real estate, or going to a business in real estate to start your own real estate license or something like that. Or to learn, maybe go to like, what is that called? A workshop. Okay. Go ahead and do that. Furniture, aesthetic, modeling, remodeling. All right. These are expenditures. Okay. And so investments in these particular types of things may help you at this time, or learning how to make the correct investments, as well as like for taxes, knowing like what are write-offs and stuff like that for those particular things. We have a financial blessing that is coming in quick. And again, this is coming from that energy of like, there was a lot of things that were stalling this. All right. Don't overlook this. This is actually a present specifically for you. Your spiritual team is doing this specifically for you. It's for you. All right. Don't overlook this. You're going to sit there and second guess it because you're so used to being around with those energies that are small-minded. And then like something really big happens, you go, oh no, it can't be, like that's too good to be true. I don't think. And then what happens is that you end up like metaphorically shooting yourself in the foot, and the foot is the earth star chakra. You're not in tune with your surroundings environmentally, to the point of not understanding that something is being planted into you. Something is being planted for you, so that way you can grow and you can nourish. And that is the financial blessing that's coming in quickly. All right. And quick to me is like within like the next 72 hours, you're going to start seeing something shift and change for you guys. We have angel number 888, seeds of opportunity. I cannot make this up. The seeds of, go ahead, so you can see it yourself. Seeds of opportunity, ideas, want life, creativity equals income streams. Plant what you want to grow. Some of you guys could actually, planting basil or having a basil plant, setting your particular intention underneath that basil plant. Okay. All right. That can help you. Draft that new project, create that business outline, that business plan, that vision board, however you want things to go, step by step by step. Work on that. All right. Invest to profit. We have products, merchandise, advertisements, promotions, sales, things of that nature. Okay. Marketing. And for those of you, again, if that investment is invest to profit, might be like, again, with the purchasing land, that you want an establishment, you want a house or whatever, it may be time to shift from, renting to ownership. So investing in ownership, investing in assets, looking those things up, right? What did I say? You were dealing with a fucking energetic thief. These are the energies that you were dealing with that were blocking your intuition, that were hindering your progress. Energetic thieves, they disguise themselves as the people that are closest to you. All right. And sometimes people think that like it's like the people that are living with them. Very rarely it is. It gets like the people that are with them usually is like a sexual energy vampire or um a uh a financial energy vampire. But if you're not financially dependent on anyone and you're not in a connection that you feel like literally numb after sex, okay, then this is like somebody outside of your household that is the energetic thief. And I did say third party coworkers as well. Okay. And that's just confirming for you guys. The third party coworkers can also be, people that might not be in your job, but they want to be in your job position. Okay. They might not work the same job field as you, but they want the same job opportunity or money, salary opportunity as you. Okay. So pay attention to that. That's what's being removed right now. We have educate to elevate. All right. Yeah, sign up. I just told you the workshop or whatever learning thing that you need to do. Okay. Micro learning, macro learning, whatever you need to do, whatever course. Okay. Go ahead and sign up for that because abundance is going to follow understanding. So there's something that you're going to understand is going to shift your mentality. Again, expansion of the subconscious mind, expansion of the knowledge that you already know is going to help you to shift your frequency as well. Because once you know something, it's like once you know how to garden and you have started a garden and you're getting fruits and vegetables of that garden, then you're not going to need the supermarket for vegetation or fruit, right? If you already know how to invest in property and land and how to flip and how to remodel and things of that nature, then you're not going to need to rent from anyone, right? If you already know how to teach something that other people love to do or would love to pay money for, right? Then there's no need for you to, I don't know, stay in a 9 to 5 job. You get what I'm saying? There's no need. If you could create your own business, then there's no need for you to work for somebody else, right? It's something about like shifting gears from being at the bottom of the barrel to the top of the barrel. You get what I'm saying? And even further barrel goes, like, like I'm saying this under like you can. All you have to do is educate yourself. Okay, prosperity. Experiencing prosperous circumstances now. Okay, starting this energy, like as soon as you're watching this is when it starts to develop for you guys. The prosperity experience for you is going to shift. All right, financial success and good fortune. That is triple energy of good fortune energy here for you. So it is not only going to come in, it is not only going to double, it will triple for you. So you are going to be more likely to be lucky out of any circumstance than the next person. We have trustworthy business partner here. The people that are not trustworthy will be removed. All right. This will assist you in your business endeavors. For those of you that have business endeavors and business plans, business ideas, business vision boards, whatever that is. All right. You have a business startup. You have changes in 2 days. 2 days. Inflow of cash and money deposits. Let's see it again. Cash and money deposits. Get that confirmation right there. Consecutive checks. Boom. Changes start in the next 48 motherfucking hours from when you watch this reading. Watch how things are going to shift and change for you. Just because your spiritual team decided it's time for you to switch lanes. It's time for your train to go to a different destination because the train tracks that you were on had these negative energies disguised as close people, disguised as the people that you were closely in jurisdiction with, like in the same environment, okay? And now you're being redirected in a different location. So if you guys are working for a specific company and they go and they say, hey, we're going to give you a promotion, you're going to be dealing with different people. You're going to have different people around you. You're going to, oh, we want to send you to a different site. Or For those of you that work for yourself, you go from working at a specific zip code or area code and you start going to a different area. For those of you that, are entrepreneurs, and so you have your hands on a whole bunch of different things, the different types of negotiations and people that you were working with, collaborating with, are now going to shift and change. Okay. We have a gift, a present just for you. Come on, confirmation after confirmation. Where is it? Don't fucking overlook this present because it is for you. It's yours. It is yours. So don't sit there and deny anything, all right? Because it is yours. Don't overlook this. Confirmation after confirmation, all right? What is your last message? Developing abundance. Infusing all of your prior learned experiences to make the best financial and beneficial profits for you in your life. This is not a time to negotiate. No negative talk. See the good. You lost the job to gain time to reroute into a destined path. You have the rest of your life to redirect yourself into the place and the space in which you're supposed to be in. Okay. So some of you guys may have lost a job, or you may be looking at something as a loss or as a failure or as a flop or that didn't work out and right? But that was the confusion part of this. That was these energies that wanted you to think small. Your spiritual team wants you to think big. This is a blessing in disguise, okay? They wish this on you. Your spiritual team said they're whooping their fucking ass because they wish that on you. But guess what? Now they're lining up something even, triple times better, okay? You have a divine business calling, y'all. Like you have an aligned financial purpose. And it's all about you financially learning financial management, okay? Management of money, mastery of finances, okay? And for some of you guys, you have a business, or you're trying to start a business, or you're working for yourself, you're an entrepreneur, and you're trying to start a business, or thinking about doing it, or you've been trying to do business, is your ministry. This is what you should be standing on, all right? When I say triple, like, come on, y'all. Come on now. Money triples in profits, quick payout, fast, great results, exponential, all right? So again, whatever you're going to invest in is going to feed you energetically. You got to remember that money is energy, time is energy, effort is energy, love is energy, happiness is energy, misery is also energy, anger is energy, evil eye is energy. You get what I'm saying? So if you start seeing people that they're always complaining about their life, complaining about things that they can obviously change just by switching their perspective. You get what I'm saying? A lot of people often tell me I'm very optimistic. I'm optimistic 95% of the time. I'm going to be very transparent with you guys because I'm not fucking perfect. All right. But the fact that I can admit that I'm not fucking perfect, and I can help you guys to see all sides of the story, but still shift you into an empowerment position, so that way you can still get the fuck up and do what the fuck you gotta do and feel in control of your life, because you are in control of your life and you are in control of the manifestations that you create. Okay? That is something that helps me. It helps me because I know I didn't have that. And so that's my job. My job is to make sure that I become the person that I did not have in my spiritual awakening, in my spiritual ascension, while I was developing my gifts, and I was fucking up all the time. Okay. But right now you've learned so much and you can accomplish so much, but they want you to protect what you are profiting from. Profits can be financial, but it can also be energetic. So you may have your losses, and those losses would be those people that made you fucking cry in the middle of the night when you should have been laughing at a fucking movie, when you should have been enjoying, I don't know, a nice little hot cocoa with some buttery popcorn or something. You get what I'm saying? Like, there's something about like taking away your tranquility and your joy and your happiness so that way they can be happy for a little bit. And it's not fucking fair to you. You deserve happiness. You deserve harmony. You deserve to have the right type of energies and people around you. And if not, then you deserve to have and create that energy for yourself until the right people come around. You get what I'm saying? Confirmation. And so everything that you're now going to start investing in, all right, constant motherfucking money flow. And so pay attention to who the fuck you want to decide to travel with, because it's time for you to travel. It's time for you to book the cruise, book the plane ticket, go whatever, put it on your vision board because it's going to happen. All right. Celebrate. It's time for celebration. Celebrate is going to circulate. Prosperity for you, thriving in your freaking endeavors. Angel number 1111. All right. So 111 and 1111 together. This is the start of a beautiful chapter for you. And I think that is how I want to actually start or leave off your reading, because like some of you guys, depending on or waiting on for somebody to come in and to help you or assist you financially or assist your stability or support you, that ain't working, because you're relying on energies that are not capable of doing that for themselves. And that's why you're being rerouted in the train tracks, so that way you can go to the destination that you will receive support, and let your spirit guides handle that ass whooping for them. All right. Peace, love.